with all of this messy destroying you business.
Oh, Giselle. You're hilarious. Delusional, but hilarious.
I know that change can be scary, but it can also be exciting.
If I learned anything from meeting a princess on a billboard, is that sometimes you just have to take a leap.
That's not an adventure, that's a landfill.
A land filled with adventure. Nancy Edward!
Robert! Congratulations!
Oh, it's what they call a fixer-upper. In Andalasia, the hardest part of life is finding your happily ever after. This world's very different.
If this world is not to your liking, then you must change it.
I wish. I wished for a fairy tale life, and it's all gone terribly wrong. Or terribly right.
Welcome back to Night News. Before we start, please like the video for more excellent content.
Morgan, it will. You just have to remember all the good in these moments because you're a part of them. Feel them and they'll do the rest.
Disenchanted. Giselle, Robert, Morgan Phillip, and their baby Sophia have a lovely life together. However, Giselle plans to move the family to the remote hamlet of Monroeville since she believes that life in Manhattan is getting to be too much. Bad first impressions brought on by the transfer include Morgan feeling alone at her new school, Robert having to commute to work, and their new home needing renovations. King Edward and Queen Nancy visit them from Andalasia and present them with a wand that grants wishes. Giselle learns that Malvina Monroe, the arrogant head of the town council, is hosting a gala with a fairy tale theme and that Tyson, Malvina's son, has been selected as the ball's prince during their initial meeting. In an effort to fit in, Giselle chooses Morgan to be the ball's princess. However, she accidentally embarrasses her, which causes a rift between them. After speaking with her chipmunk friend Pip, Giselle decides to use the wand to wish for her family's life to be a perfect fairy tale. By the next day, the town had transformed into the magical kingdom of Monroeville. Morgan is happy with their new life, and Robert considers himself a bold explorer. Malvina is now the town's malevolent, magically empowered queen. Giselle also observes that Morgan is being mistreated with a sense of haughtiness that is out of character. She looks to the instruction scroll on the magic wand for help when she realizes that she is turning into a mean stepmother over time. The scroll reveals that Giselle wants to use all of Andalasia's power to turn the real world into a fairy tale, and that once midnight arrives, this change will be irrevocable. Malvina enlists the assistance of two of her maids, Rosaline and Ruby, to help her seize the magic wand after learning about it. However, the scroll tells Malvina that the wand may only be used by a true Andalasian. Giselle knows that without the wand, she will give in to her evil side, so she convinces Morgan to save them before dumping her down a well to Andalasia. There, Morgan learns that the magic of the kingdom is transported to Monroeville via a vortex and that Andalasia would disappear forever once the enchantment turns permanent. As Nancy and Edward suggest, Giselle can use the power of their memories to remind herself of who she really is. Morgan and Nancy return to reality after inking pictures of their shared experiences onto an old family tree artwork. Now that her wicked ego has taken hold of her, Giselle challenges Malvina to the Monroeville title of royalty. She sends Pip, who has turned into a tabby cat, to get the wand and sends Robert on what is probably going to be a useless search for Morgan. Giselle and Malvina fight magic during the ball, and Giselle easily beats Malvina in the end. After meeting Robert and Tyson, Morgan and Nancy hurry into the town hall to call off the duel. Giselle destroys Morgan's artwork as she throws it at her, but the magic inside revives the memories and returns Giselle to normal. Because Malvina wants the wand back and doesn't want the enchantment to be broken, she kidnaps Morgan. Giselle hands over the wand, and Malvina snaps it in half. As midnight approaches, everything from Andalasia begins to disappear, including Giselle. While Robert and Tyson scale the clock tower to silence the final chime, Giselle tells Morgan that she is a true Andalasian and is allowed to use the wand since she is her daughter. Morgan wishes she was home with her mother, and Malvina tries to make the clock tower to chime just before it is demolished. Everything is back to normal in their house when Morgan wakes up. Only her and Giselle are aware of what has occurred, the others believe it to be all a dream. Giselle is allowed to join the town council when she apologizes to Malvina for getting in the way of her ambitions. After a while, Robert relocates his clinic to Monroeville, Morgan and Tyson begin dating, and Nancy and Edward pay the Phillips another visit during their beautiful new existence. 36% of the 99 reviews by reviewers on review aggregate Rotten Tomatoes are positive, with an average rating of 5.4 out of 10. According to the website, although Amy Adams remains just as engaging as ever, Disenchanted lacks the magic that made its predecessor a modern fairy tale classic. The film has a weighted average score of 50 out of 100 based on the opinions of 29 reviewers, with mixed or average reviews on Metacritic. Disenchanted got a nomination for the 2023 Irish Film and Television Awards Best Costume Design. I appreciate you watching Night News. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.